My name is Lisa. I am 34 years old. I am married. My husband's name is Raymond. He is 38 years old. Raymond is a wonderful husband. He is kind, smart, and funny. We have been married for 3 years now. Every day with him feels like a gift. We both work hard every day. After work, we love to spend time together. We share everything. Raymond and I have big plans for our future. We often talk about having a baby. We want to start a family very soon. I often dream about a small baby in our home. I feel very safe in my life. I trust my husband completely. I believe he loves me more than anything in the world. Raymond shows me his love every day. Our marriage feels very strong. I think this happiness will last forever. I do not know that my world is about to change. One evening, my husband, Raymond, went to take a shower. Suddenly, Raymond's phone lit up. A new message came. It was from Stella. Stella was my husband's ex-girlfriend. I knew about her, of course, but I never thought about her. She was part of his past, but this was strange. Why was Stella texting Raymond so late? I picked up his phone. I knew it was wrong to look at his messages, but I could not stop myself. I opened her message. It said something about a doctor visit and then the baby. I froze. My heart beat fast. This did not make sense. We were planning to have a baby. What baby was Stella talking about? I scrolled up looking for more messages from her. There were many. I saw texts about how she felt sick and about how she was scared of being a mother alone. Her pregnancy, her baby, my body felt cold. My husband was somehow connected to Stella and her baby. This strange message changed everything in 1 second. I felt lost. Few minutes later, Raymond came out of the shower. I asked Raymond to sit down. My hands were shaking. I asked him about Stella and the baby. My heart was beating very fast. At first, Raymond did not look at me. He tried to talk about other things. He said, "Lisa, please let's talk later." But I could not wait. I needed to know the truth. I asked him again, "Raymond, tell me about Stella and the baby." He stopped talking. He looked up at me. His face was sad. He took a deep breath. Then he began to speak. He said he made a big mistake. He said he was very sorry. He told me he met Stella a few months ago. He said it was only one time. He said the affair was over now. He told me he had ended it. Then he said the words that broke my world. He said Stella was pregnant. He said the baby was his. My heart broke. I could not breathe. Tears filled my eyes. My whole world fell apart. I looked at Raymond. He was my husband, the man I loved, the man I trusted. Now he had told me this hard truth. I felt hurt. I thought about our plans of having a baby. Now he was having a baby with another woman, his ex-girlfriend. I knew I had to meet Stella. She was carrying my husband's baby. I did not want this meeting, but I could not avoid it. Stella came to meet us. She acted like everything was normal. She spoke about the baby and future plans. I felt angry, but I did not want to show her how much I was hurting. So I stayed calm. Raymond was there too. He sat between Stella and me. He looked very nervous. Stella asked Raymond about things for the baby's room. Raymond answered her questions. It was hard to sit and watch them plan for their baby. I wanted to scream, but I said nothing. Life at home was now very different. Every day felt long. We sat at the table, but we did not talk much. Raymond tried to be sweet to me, but I could not forget what he had done. Then the phone would ring. Sometimes it was Stella. Raymond would take the calls, often moving to another room in the house. I could not sleep well. We had to meet Stella again. It was not a choice. We needed to plan for the baby. These meetings were always hard. We talked about money, who would pay for the baby's food, and doctor visits. Then we talked about Raymond seeing the baby. When would he visit? How often? Because of this baby, Raymond would always have a connection to Stella. She was not just his ex-girlfriend. She was the mother of his child. They would always be in each other's lives. They would always talk. I felt sad. My marriage with Raymond was not just ours anymore. It was now tied to Stella and her baby. Raymond looked tired and worried. I knew he tried to do right, but I also knew his choices had changed our life forever. One evening, Raymond was looking at his phone. His face became serious. He looked at me, then looked away quickly. He told me that Stella was not feeling well. She had some pain. She had gone to the hospital. My heart felt heavy. I did not know what to say or how to react. I just sat there listening to him. Raymond then said he had to go to her. He did not ask for my permission. He did not ask me if I wanted to come or if I was okay. He just stated his decision. He stood up quickly from the sofa. He put on his coat without looking at me. Then he opened the door and left. I was left alone. My eyes were full of tears. This was not the future I had dreamed of with my husband. I realized this would happen again and again. It was not just for tonight. Every time Stella needed something, Raymond would feel he had to go. Every time the baby needed something, Raymond would feel he had to be there. Every time Stella called, Raymond would answer her. I understood that I could not live this life. I could not share my husband with Stella and their baby. I knew I had to make a choice. I could not stay in this situation. The house felt like a place I could not stay. After the night Raymond left for Stella, I had to leave. I went to our bedroom. I opened my suitcase. Slowly, I began to pack my clothes. Then, I sat at the desk. I wrote a letter for Raymond. It was important he understood. I wrote that I could not stay in our marriage. I needed a life without lies. My heart was broken, but I had to choose myself. I put the letter on the kitchen table for him to see. My hands were shaking as I picked up my suitcase. It was scary, but it felt right. I walked to the front door. I looked back at the house one last time. It was the end of Lisa and Raymond's story. I opened the door and stepped outside. Walking away was hard, but I knew this was the right choice. My heart was hurt, but I was not broken. I was still standing. I was ready to build a new life. This was my new start. If you liked this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.